Either you buy her clothes first and then you dress like her, or she dresses like you. But look at the outfits.
Isn't it fun? Listen, that's my little twin. I love her so much. We look at that face.
And how is she at tennis?
Are you asking as a mom or as like
No,
that
objectively.
athlete, Serena lady?
No, just as an objective person.
I don't know if I can be objective because I look at her and I'm like, oh, that's good. So my husband will post this amazing video of her hitting a backhand, and I'm like, that was a good shot, but that's not her consistent backhand. And I'm like, well,
Right.
you know, I'm like, if she wants to play tennis, we gotta.
Yeah.
But I don't push her because I'm like,
sound like
she's
that at all.
4, like,
Yeah,
which makes my dad like so amazing because I couldn't have done that. But
Right.
like, yeah, so. Yeah, she's all right.
Yeah.
I would say she needs to. I've seen 4-year-olds that might take her out, so we have to get her.
So
serious.
she's not, but that's not her ambition right now.
Her ambition is playing princess games.
Okay.
Yeah, she loves princess games, and the more we can play anything with princesses, that's her whole life.
That's fine. She's
Yeah.
4 years. So you enrolled her in tennis classes with a coach, but you did not tell the coach that you were the mother of that child. That is just cruel.
So this is such a funny story because you know what? I don't have the patience to teach tennis. Like it's so weird, but I don't really like to play with people who don't know how to play tennis well.
Right.
So it drives me nuts.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't have the patience for this. So I signed her up for a class, a private teacher. And so she came in, I was like, I didn't want to tell her. But I was like, on my, Instagram, I was like, oh, so I have a class for Olympia and blah, blah, blah. And the lady followed me. So she was like, it could be me. I could be that. So she didn't know it was going to be her, but she was like, I must be in the running of that.
Yeah. So she had a feeling. She didn't just show up and see it's Serena's daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She kind of had a feeling about it.
But let's talk about the movie. What a beautiful story to be told finally. And I'm so glad that that it's out there for people to see how hard y'all worked, what your entire life was to get to this place, because you are an incredible athlete, clearly, but how much work went into that?
It takes a lot of work, and that's what I really loved about the movie was the fact that you know so much about us just as players and just holding up championships and holding up trophies, but there's so much more that goes into that. It's every day, it's hard work, it's so much dedication from my parents, both my mom and my dad.
Right.
And the film was amazing. It was so cool to see the whole process come together. It took a really long time. It got shut down for COVID. And, but I was so proud of everyone and how everything came together. And it was a wonderful moment. And I think the film will live on for a really long time.
For sure it will. It was a beautiful film, and you should be proud of it, because I was asking you backstage if it took a long time to get that made, because you'd think that is a story that people would want to know, how you came to be, you and Venus.
Yeah.
So can we just talk about the Beyoncé's performance on the courts in Compton,
Wasn't that
on the
amazing?
courts
Yeah.
that you grew up playing on? Like, what kind of emotional feeling is that to watch that happen on the courts in Compton?
Beyoncé is a genius.
Yes.
I think she is obviously the most amazing person and performer ever, and I just loved her idea around it. Like, to have that idea to come up and to perform where we grew up was really just because I went back, I was like, can I even begin to fathom having such a superstar come and do that at those courts? It would have just made me want to go back to practice every single day, even more so. And so she doesn't even understand the people that she's inspired and how she made us feel on a level that I can't even describe really in words. But also it just goes beyond that, because she provided so much inspiration, probably without even knowing, to so many little kids in Compton. And it was so great. So it was such a wonderful performance.
Right, and now you are that inspiration to so many kids in Compton and all over the world. I mean,
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. We have to take a break. More with Serena after this. This is your last time here, so before we go, we're going to do the random question generator 5,000.
Yes.
Oh, it's a 3,000. We're using 3,000 today?
It's a 3,000.
All right, so this is the random generator
Okay.
question 3,000, and this is what are we going to do with this expensive piece of equipment after the show?
Sell it.
Smithsonian.
Okay, all right, here we go. I hit it and a random question will appear.
Right.
And then you will answer it. Who was your celebrity crush growing up?
Interesting. You know, I used to make out with a poster because I put a poster on my wall. Venus insists that it's weird, but I'm like, everyone did that. Okay, so it was. You remember that it wasn't a band, the rap group Criss Cross?
Sure, they wore their pants backwards.
Yeah, I
Didn't
was
catch
into
on.
one of them.
Well, you don't know which one. Oh, yeah.
Chris Smith. And I used to make out with him on my wall. I was a teenager.
It's cute, yeah.
Yeah.
Criss Cross will make you jump.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, let's see again. Best thing about being friends with Beyoncé is?
Dance lessons, although I haven't gotten them yet, but yeah.
Well, so,
but that's a hopeful answer.
Yeah, it is.
It didn't have to be like a real answer. It could be a hopeful answer,
that's
right?
a good, then now she knows you want that. Maybe you
Yeah.
just had to vocalize it, all right? What's the most frustrating thing about playing your sister in a match?
For me, the most frustrating thing is it's like playing myself, and I'm pretty tough, and she's pretty tough.
Yeah.
So she gets every ball back. Every time I hit like a great serve, she's like, I'm like that's an ace against anybody else, you know. And she gets it back, and I'm like, okay, another shot. So, yeah.
Yeah, I see your frustration on the court when you're playing. I was lucky enough to be at Wimbledon when you won that year, and it was incredible. It's just to see you play, to be that close to you.
It's different, right? It's different.
My God.
It's in person. It's
the
like
power that you hit a ball with is just insane. Do you still play a lot?
Yeah, I play all the time.
Yeah?
I haven't played recently, but yeah. I'm actually going to get back on the court on a couple of days, so yeah.
Do you, good. Do you play pickleball?
I love pickleball. Isn't it fun?
I love pickleball.
Yeah, and I love that it's everywhere now.
I know, it's very popular.
I love it. It could be a second career of mine, too.
It should be. There are professional pickleball players.
I know.
The money isn't as good.
True. I'm going to stay to tennis.
Yeah. All right. I was wondering, because some people who play tennis don't like to play pickleball because it's a whole different thing.
No, I love it. It's a lot less running. Like, those people are too serious.
I know, but I bet you slam that pickleball.
Ooh, yeah.
All right. Hey, to find out more about Serena Ventures, head to our website. We'll be right back.